So, DC's casting director is finally taking his job seriously. I'm kidding, but no, really. Okay, I know this news is like a week old. I'm sorry. So even though this news isn't exactly fresh off the press, I wanted to get my thoughts out on the new cast for the Suicide Squad movie. Jared Leto, Margot Robbie, Will Smith, Cara Del, I can't pronounce that, Tom Hardy, and Jai Courtney. So, I'm just gonna go through these and give you my thoughts. Also, before I begin, in case you don't know who the Suicide Squad are, they're a bunch of DC villains that the government gives super dangerous missions that normal people couldn't do. Also, the reason these criminals actually do these missions is because they have a bomb sewn into their head. So, if they refuse... yeah. Anyway, let's start. First off, the biggie, Jared Leto as the Joker. Jared Leto has been in a lot of fantastic movies that I haven't seen. In all seriousness, from the films I have seen, he has quite the acting chops, and heck, he won an Oscar last year. Some people's concern is that it's too soon to have a new Joker after Heath Ledger's iconic performance. I respectfully disagree. Remember last time? It took about 20 years to get a new Joker. I would love to see a Joker that's not exactly as cartoony as the Jack Nicholson version, but not as gritty and realistic as Heath Ledger. Kind of a mix of the two. I mean, now that we're in this world where there are aliens punching each other through buildings, I think the Joker has the liberty to be a bit more cartoony, but, you know, not overacting. A little bit like the Joker we've been getting in the newer comics. All I'm saying is, Jared Leto will most likely be great, but I'm glad I'm not him. I mean, he has some big shoes to fill. Like, huge shoes. Also, the Joker has never been part of the Suicide Squad in the comics, so I'm guessing he'll be dropping in not to help the squad, but to use them against Batman. Next up, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. This one I can't really comment on too much because I haven't seen any movies with her in them. Then again, she hasn't been in many movies. Seriously, I looked up her filmography and half the movies haven't even come out yet. Anyway, I'm really glad that we're finally getting Harley Quinn on the big screen. One of the first new Batman villains in a while. Harley Quinn is a pretty awesome character, and I'm guessing for this movie they won't exactly be going crazy clown cartoon like some versions, but more like her portrayal from the recent Arkham games. It hasn't been confirmed, but I'm assuming she and Joker are in a relationship, as they are pretty much 98% of the time in the comics. And now the one I might be the most excited for. Will Smith as Deadshot. Here's how I see it. Will Smith, awesome actor. Deadshot, awesome character. Combine those two and you have, like, the best thing ever. If you remember, I made a video a bit ago saying which Batman villains I'd like to see on film. One of the ones I mentioned was Deadshot. This character is so awesome. He's an assassin who doesn't fear death and never misses. How cool is that? Will Smith, for the most part, has only played good guys, but I can see him in this role. Although, I do have one slight gripe. Tom Hardy was announced as Rick Flag in the movie, which I'll get to later. I think Tom Hardy would have made an amazing Deadshot, and Will Smith would have been great as Rick Flag. But still, this is pretty cool. Next up, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. So, this is people's main complaint. Jai Courtney hasn't been in the most popular movies. His acclaimed filmography include films like Die Hard 5, Divergent, and I, Frankenstein. The only film in there that seems promising is Terminator Genisys, and that movie hasn't even come out yet. But let me get something out of the way. I know there are fans of everything out there, so I'm sure there are some Captain Boomerang fans. But to me, Captain Boomerang seemed kind of like a joke character. Although, to be fair, I've only seen him in Justice League Unlimited. In fact, a lot of the Flash's villains are a bit weird. Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, Mirror Master, and Joker ripoff. So, because to me this character isn't really that serious, I don't really mind who plays him, and Courtney isn't terrible. Next up, Cara Delevingne. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Delevingne? Delevingne? Please let me know in the comments. I'm going to be completely honest, as I usually am, and I know this puts my superhero nerdism to shame a bit, but when I saw this, I thought, isn't Enchantress from Marvel? The answer is yes, there is a Marvel character called Enchantress, but there's also a DC character called Enchantress, who I seriously have only heard of once, in Justice League Dark. So I honestly don't know anything about her. Cara Delevingne, I know nothing about as well. And finally, Tom Hardy as Rick Flag. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, Rick Flag is basically the Nick Fury of the Suicide Squad. He's more or less there to hold the leash on all these criminals. I only knew him from the JLU episode Task Force X, so I'm not a huge Rick Flag buff. Tom Hardy's a good actor, and I think everyone thought this was a bit ironic since he already played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. I hope at one point he and Batman meet and they just kind of stare at each other for a second, but then they shrug it off. That would be extremely cheesy, but it would make me laugh. So that was the casting for the Suicide Squad movie. I'd like to know what you people think. What is your favorite piece of casting for this, and are you excited for this movie? Be sure to let me know in the comments section. Thank you for watching, please leave a like, and be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all kinds of videos like the one you just watched. See you next time.